In this content marketing strategy guide, you're going to learn the complete process for crafting content that actually drives sales. Hey, I'm Jason, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for the latest in owned and paid media digital campaign strategies. In this video, we're going to go A to Z and all the little details of what it takes to put together a content marketing sales funnel. That is, creating content that actually drives sales. And the first part of this process is going to be just understanding how content plays a role in bringing in new prospects and customers in the context of your entire funnel process. So of course, we have prospects, and then once we have people who are engaging with our content or our ads, they become audience members. And the whole purpose of your content marketing funnel is to take someone from being an audience member to a lead, where they've entered their name or email, or you've finally gotten their phone number so you can follow up with them. And then the rest of your sales funnel process takes over once someone's on your contact list, and hopefully eventually they become a customer. Now, when it comes to the funnel stages, we have, of course, your prospects, and we use content and advertising to get in front of them. And ultimately, you want that content to drive them to a landing page that offers something called a lead magnet. And in this particular marketing guide, we're going to focus on the front end of this process, because this is where all of your content marketing is really going to shine in terms of getting people to join your email list. Now, first things first, where's the best place to post content? And this is going to depend upon the medium that you choose for your content. So you have three main mediums, right? We have written, then we have audio, and then we have video. So in terms of the platforms you want to focus on, if you're going to be doing any sort of writing and you enjoy writing, or someone on your team is going to be doing the writing for you, then you're going to want to focus on creating a WordPress blog. Yes, there are other page builders out there, but WordPress is the best place if you're going to have a text first based content marketing strategy. When it comes to audio, of course, that's going to be podcasting and video. YouTube is still the best place when it comes to creating and syndicating videos, especially because it's a platform that's going to allow your content to reach an organic audience, and you're not going to be forced to put money behind it in order for people to see it, unlike Facebook and Instagram. So when it comes to your core platform, something that's really important to remember is you want to choose one of these and then really focus in on that core platform. You can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we have some guides that talk about how to take your core piece of content and syndicate it across all the other platforms. But you do want to choose one that you're going to focus on. So once you've chosen which platform you're going to use, of course, your choice will be completely dependent upon your company, your time, and your resources. If you're going to be doing it yourself, then you want to choose one that you're most comfortable with, or you want to become the most comfortable with. So if you really like writing, go with writing. If you don't like writing and you want to try video or podcasting, then go for it. Nobody is great with video or podcasts on their first try. So once you have that, you're ready to take a look at your ideal customer and make sure that you design content in a way that attracts the right people, because our prospects just represent potential ideal customers. Of course, we don't want to create content that speaks to everyone, because content that speaks to everyone winds up speaking to no one. So there's just two basic questions we need to know as we dive into actually creating your content for your content marketing funnel. And the first part is, who are they? So this is just basic demographic information. And then most importantly, when it comes to creating your content, what can you do for them? So make sure you check out the link in the description to a video that actually goes through how to create an ideal customer avatar, how to use Facebook Audience Insights and Google Analytics. We're just kind of going to gloss over those and jump straight into the last two questions, because those are going to help us with coming up with what our content should actually be about. But it's just important to remember that you want to know who you're talking to, so we don't just make content for the sake of making content, because we need content to ultimately drive sales. So what should our content be about? There are two basic questions we can ask in order to make sure that every content piece we put out is going to actually be helpful in moving prospects into leads, into customers. And the two questions are, what results are they after? and what is the perceived roadblock. So for example purposes here, let's say we're putting together some content around a YouTube channel growth program. And so we want to create content that's going to attract people who want to learn how to grow a YouTube channel. Well, what results are they after? Of course, they want to grow their channel. They probably want to make more money than they are now. And maybe they're working part-time and they'd like YouTube to be full-time. So you spend anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes going through all of these. And then the perceived roadblocks, they are not happy with the number of views. They're not happy with how fast they're growing. Maybe they think they need to improve their video quality, or maybe they think they need to improve their YouTube ranking search engine optimization and rank higher on YouTube search results. So 10 to 20 minutes is pretty much all you're going to need to come up with this nice list. And then this is what you can use as a springboard for figuring out what your content could be about. So in this particular example, let's say we're going to do a blog post, an audio podcast, and maybe a video. So a blog post example would be how to use playlists to rank your videos. We're making sure that we're showing them how to do something that's going to be helpful and valuable, because content that isn't helpful and valuable isn't going to help with your sales process. That's speaking directly to something that they're struggling with. So the next one, how to rank your first video on YouTube. This would be perfect if we were trying to target someone who is literally just getting started. Obviously, if our ideal customer was 6 to 9 months in on their YouTube journey, that title or that content idea wouldn't really be helpful because we'd be targeting the wrong person. And then the final idea we have here in our example, how to improve your ranked videos. This is a perfect example of someone who's 6 to 9 months in and already has content posted. So we would want to create a video for that person because they've already posted content and we're trying to help them, as opposed to the middle one here, how to rank your first video. That's a very different ideal customer. So that's why it's so important to know who you're actually talking to before you start all of the work of making the content. And make sure you check out the links in the description for detailed videos on actually how to structure the content and put it together. Here, what we want to talk about is the call to action, because once you've created this awesome piece of content, and no matter what medium you've chosen, you're actually going to want to drive them to the next part of your sales process, which is going to be your landing page. But first, let's talk about that bridge, which is your call to action. So now that you've delivered that value, you've hopefully built some rapport, now it's time to ask them to do something that you would like, because you've made sure to answer their questions or queries. So now you want to help them even more. And this doesn't have to be salesy. So 2 examples here. If you're doing a video, at the end of the video, you could say something like this. If you want to learn more, you can check out our XYZ webinar, or you can download our free guide here. And this is actually something you can do at the end of your videos or the middle of your podcast. You definitely don't want to start any piece of content by asking them to go to a landing page and enter their name and email, because then you are asking for them to do something before you've delivered that value and had a chance to build rapport. Of course, if your sales process is more of a strategy and sales call route, then you can go ahead and tell people that they can book a free call with you in order to make what they just learned a lot easier or get help with the process. So these are just 2 very basic examples. It doesn't have to be salesy. It doesn't have to be complex. And with those calls to action, of course, you'll be driving them to a landing page that offers a lead magnet. And your landing page is bridging the gap between prospects and audience members and leads. And so if we go back to our entire funnel process, we can see here, audience actually ends with the landing page and leads starts with the lead magnet. So once someone has entered their name and email and they've received that lead magnet, they are now a lead. Of course, they can still follow you across social media. You can still send ads to them, but just in the overall initial process of bringing someone into your sales funnel, they are a lead. So let's go ahead and quickly go through what we need to do on our landing page. We just need to offer the lead magnet and then show our audience and prospects why they should enter their contact information for that lead magnet. And the best way to figure out the best way to communicate the value of the lead magnet is to do something called a split test, where you're going to try multiple headlines on your landing page to see which one gets you the best conversion rate. That is, which one gets you the most people signing up for your lead magnet. Now, most landing page softwares and funnel builders will allow you to do this inside there. If you want to learn more about conversion rate optimization, make sure you check out the links in the description below and hit that subscribe button. So the reason the landing page works is because it's offering a lead magnet. Now, this lead magnet is going to be something of additional value on top of the value you provide in your content that warrants them providing their contact information. So as an example here, this could be a tutorial, a diagram, a special audio recording, or it could even be a full-blown webinar or a special spreadsheet. So the main key to success with your lead magnet is making sure that it solves a problem and it solves it fast. So here are a couple of examples. You'll see that these are very similar to what you might do with content pieces. You're just changing the medium in which you're delivering the information, or you're going deeper or providing something a little more advanced than you'd want to provide in a free piece of content. So sticking with our YouTube example, it could be a video tutorial of how to get more video views, and this in a webinar or video training style format, as opposed to being a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video, would be closer to 30 to 40 minutes. It could be a recording of how a YouTuber grew their channel from nothing, so kind of like a behind the scenes or insider secrets. A diagram of how to structure their channel page, or videos for growth. So this is a great opportunity to actually provide templates. So in our particular example here, we could provide copywriting formulas, and we could even provide scripts that people could use to fill in the blank for their videos or their YouTube ads. And finally, an upload checklist for getting more views. Now, something of note here, what works the best with your lead magnet is if it's a different content medium than your main content strategy. So if you're doing blog posts, then doing audio recording or videos would make a whole lot of sense. If you're doing video or audio, then providing something written would make a whole lot of sense, as opposed to having a podcast and then having a lead magnet that was also an audio. So definitely changing the medium helps with increasing the perceived value of what you are offering. And that's all there is to it, to taking someone who is an audience member and transforming them into a lead. And so this is the bulk of what your content marketing sales funnel is going to look like. And there is just one more key that's really going to accelerate this and ensure that you actually start learning about your ideal customers and audience members, and that is engaging. Because engaging with the comments and engaging with the feedback that you get on your content is the fastest way to improve your content and improve your conversion rates across your entire sales funnel process. So whether you're doing a podcast, you're doing blog posts, YouTube videos, reply to comments. Even if you can't reply every single day. You're a business owner, you're a marketing manager, you have other tasks and responsibilities, at least make an effort, put together some time in your schedule to actually go to the content that's being produced and reply to comments, because that's where you're going to learn what people like and don't like about your content, and you're going to learn a tremendous amount about your ideal customers, and maybe even more importantly, who your ideal customers are not. So thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe for more deep dive marketing videos just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business you love.